Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a spicy one for you because this brand new 2-card combo is going to be dominating Commander tables. So either you need to build it or you need to prepare against it. Regardless, if you are interested in this combo or these cards on this episode, check out that card list link in the description below. Well, that said, let's jump into it. So a recent preview from an upcoming set, Avatar Aang is here and, well, already doing disgusting things in Magic. Even though we don't really know what is really going to be going on in that set really entirely, we do know that there is a new combo with this card that is pretty crazy, and I can definitely see this being a very popular commander. So if you're building around it, keep that in mind, and the card that it combos with might skyrocket in price here shortly. So, yeah, again, card list link description below. Pick it up. Or, again, if you're playing against this, you need to be aware. A 4/4 human avatar ally, 4/4 mana, every color but black, flying and firebending too. No idea what firebending means. Anyways, whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. Then if you've done all four this turn, transform Avatar Aang. So, the front side, pretty cool, right? That being said, yeah, Avatar, actually flipping over is kind of like the actual scary thing. Because the scary thing is the backside of the card. Aang, Master of Elements, a 6/6 Avatar ally with flying that says, spells you cast cost WUBRG less to cast. And if we just stop there, that would still be insane. The next part is nice, too. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may transform Aang, and if you do, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, put 4 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. Cool! But, here's the thing. All that is lovely. Again, like life gain. Cool. Draw cards. Yeah, lovely. 4 counters, sure. I mean, can hit really hard then. And 4 damage to each opponent. Whatever. I mean, we're at 40 life in Commander. Lovely, but yeah, the thing about reducing mana value, reducing the cost of spells by pips, you never see it. You basically never see it at all. Ever. Like, Morophon is one of the only examples I can think of, really, that actually reduces that. Edgewalker, too, for clerics, too. But anyways, it's very specific, typically. This is literally, no. Blanket all of your spells reduce in cost by those pips, by WUBRG in total. So yeah, you can have some 5 mana spells that cost nothing. Absolutely nothing. We'll talk about some of this here in a little bit. Here's the thing again. Flipping it, yeah, it does seem, to get a little arduous, I guess. You know, waterbend, earthbend, firebend, airbend. You need all 4 of those things to happen. Cool. We'll see exactly how that all plays out in the set and stuff like that. That being said, there is a very easy cheat code for this, which immediately came to my mind, which Wizards did not think about years and years and years ago when they made Innistrad, and they were like, werewolves, am I right? And then, not 5, gosh, so many more years later, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, Avatar's in Magic now. Okay, thoughts aside on that. Moon Mist. Oh my goodness. An instant for 2 mana in green. Transform all humans. And also prevent all combat to be dealt this turn by creatures other than werewolves or wolves. Cool, who cares about that? What matters is the 2 mana away at instant speed to say, hey, you know what? Avatar Aang, I don't really care about this, front side. Let's flip it over and all of a sudden, again, go just bonkers with WUBRG cost reduction. It is insane. Yeah, it's going to be a thing. It's definitely going to be a thing, and Moon Mist is going to skyrocket in price. Because now let's highlight some cards that work with this whole setup. Now, obviously, you're probably going to need some tutors to make that happen. And obviously, as well, we don't, again, know the extent of how much waterbending, airbending, firebending, earthbending, all that kind of stuff, how easy it would be to actually pull all of that off. I'm assuming not impossible, obviously, but not as easy as literally just going, 2 mana card that just instantly does it. So, yeah. Yeah, get some tutors and just tutor for that and just do that. So all of a sudden out of nowhere you can flip it and then just go, oh yeah, by the way, Maelstrom Nexus, this is free. Enchantment for WUBRG, again, but with the backside of this commander available essentially for just 2 mana and speed. Now this is a free card to cast. Again, literally, outside of like Omniscience, there are very few ways to just go, okay, I'm casting basically everything in my deck for free. And that's kind of how you can build this entire deck, right? You can just go, all right, I've got my commander, I've got Moon Mist, I've got tutors, I obviously have, some ramp and some fixing and that kind of stuff, some card draw. But basically, you can build, like, everything else in your deck if you really want to do it in that way. Like, everything else is literally just pips, no repeat pips, and no, generic mana, and those are X and that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, Maelstrom Nexus, the first spell you cast each turn has Cascade. Lovely. Being able to just go, okay, cool, Cascade to more free things, to more free things, to more free things. And obviously, when this is free yourself, it's quite nice. It's quite nice to just get that. Free is lovely, right? Or how about Niv-Mizzet Reborn? I mean, a free thing that gets you more things that you can then cast for free. A 6/6 Dragon Avatar flying for Wooburg, again, or 0 mana for this commander. Enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library for each color pair. Choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. The chosen cards in your hand, the rest of bottom of your library, random order. Again, this kind of plays into what we want to do anyways with this kind of a commander. If we're going, okay, again, only pips. All right, you can just go, okay, I'll go those 2 mana, like kind of maybe the charms potentially. You go a lot of, 2 mana, 2 color combinations essentially that you are getting then for free off the top of your library with this, and then you can play those, which then can benefit you further. So yeah, again, there are a lot of ways to utilize this type of a commander and this type of a combination, again, with your non-werewolf, but werewolf, commander, combination with Moonmist. Or how about the first Sliver? Again, kind of putting this in for like Sliver Overlord, Sliver Legion, all the Slivers. You could go crazy with some Slivers with this because, well, there are a lot of 5-color Slivers that are commanders, essentially, that are, well, legendary and absurd and now cost for free. They are all free now, essentially, with this commander in this combination. A 7/7 Sliver with Cascade for 5 mana. So again, Cascade. Yay, you get a Cascade. You get free things off the top of the library again. Again, this type of commander where, like, when you're going off, you really go off. Again, you get that Moonmist set up, you play it, and then all of a sudden you're like, free spell, which gets me more free spells, which gets me more things. I draw into my deck, I do all these things. You can do some crazy things with this setup. And also, of course, I forgot to say, Sliver spells you cast have Cascade. So again, if you literally are like, okay, free things, more Slivers, free things, more Slivers, yeah, you can really get things going with this kind of a setup that your opponents will not expect. They're not going to be like, oh, literally every card in your deck is this. I thought you're going to be like water bending, air bending, fire bending, and earth bending. You're like, no. I'm literally just playing Slivers with this. You're like, oh, well, that's fun. Okay. Or to go along that, there are also so many legendary cards, essentially, like some of the ones I just talked about, that also are, again, different amounts of pips, essentially, that don't have generic mana cost. And so all of a sudden, your Jodah Unifier is free. A 5/5 human wizard that says, legendary creature you control get +X for X the number of legendary creatures you control. On top of that, whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards to the top of your library to exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. Cast it for free, put the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. Basically, again, legendary Cascade. So, you're like, okay, I can do, legendary tribal in a way, but, also pip tribal in a way where I'm just using, no repeat pips, no generic mana pips, essentially, no X mana pips, essentially, and just be like, okay, all my spells are free, I'm playing things for free, I'm doing some absolutely bonkers, crazy things after I just played a Moonmist, and my friends were like, what? You got Moonmist in that deck? And I'm like, yeah. Earthbending, firebending, waterbending, and Aang's secret power is werewolves. Yes, werewolves. Or how about another weird one real quick? Invasion of Alara, Battle Siege. Don't forget about this one. Wooburg and the cost again. Basically free for this commander. When it enters the battlefield, exile cards to the top of your library to exile 2 non-land cards with mana value 4 or less. You cast one of those, 2 without paying its mana cost. You're going to cast the other one for free anyways with this deck. Put one of them into your hand, then put the other cards exit this way in the bottom of your library in random order. Basically, play one spell to get 2 other spells free. Yeah, you can probably do a storm off turn with this as well. Maybe get your storm count out, do some really crazy things with that. But yeah, just be able to go, okay, I play the free thing, to play a free thing, to play a free thing, to play a free thing. You can have an insane turn. I would say with this kind of a commander, if you are building a deck that is a bit stormy, yeah, maybe make sure you're playing with a play group that either can expect that or is okay with that. Don't just go to your LGS and like I did years and years ago when I was very ignorant as to how things worked in Commander in some ways, and then play a Joy deck that took a 20-minute turn to resolve with Artifact Storm. So yeah, be careful, but it's fun. Anyways, this flips over as well if you take it out, which you definitely can with this deck. It's all colors. Target player draws 2 cards. It's going to be you. You put an artifact card from your hand on the battlefield. Cool. Token of copy target permanent you control. Lovely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 2 of Maelstrom Nexuses. Thank you. And then distribute 3 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. Sure. Destroy target permanent opponent controls. Lovely. Amazing. Awesome. All the things. You get it for free. Speaking of free, again, don't just limit yourself to the 5 mana ones. I mean, there's a lot of 5 mana amazing cards that are Wooburg and the best color combination. But obviously, you take a step down to Aragorn the Uniter for Wooburg. It's not Wooburg, but it's Wooburg minus black, essentially the exact same thing as Aang. 5/5 Human Noble. Whenever you cast a white spell, you get a 1/1. Cast a blue spell, scry 2. Cast a red spell, lightning bolt opponent's face. When you cast a green spell, +4/+4 to a creature. This is insane with this commander deck again, because you're literally just going to get this out and play a bunch of things for free that are probably all of those colors, essentially. And you're like, oh, value, 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 value. So much insane value. Probably make your commander doing one-shot KO in that turn as well. Why not? Have fun. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what you can do with this commander when you're set up properly. Because again, cost reduction for pips is unheard of. Actually unheard of, especially out of the command zone. So yeah, other than Morophon, I can't think of any other one that's like this. Absolutely crazy town. And how about Jeskai Ascendancy? Wizards, keep reprinting this, please. More and more. Enchantment for 3 mana in Teamer. It says creature control of haste. So again, on your crazy bonkers turn, where you're doing all these things, you're like, oh, by the way, I play a Jeskai Ascendancy. Everything's got haste. Now I can swing with my massive army, and Jodah pumps it, and you're all gone. Yay! And your opponent's like, thank goodness they took me out. This was getting obnoxious. Anyways, whenever a creature control power 4 or greater enters, you may draw a card. Here's the thing. Again, a lot of the creatures I just talked about. Let's double check. Aragorn, yes. Jodah, yes. Niv-Mizzet, yes. For Sliver, yes. All of them have power 4 or greater. So when you're doing all these crazy shenanigans now, all of a sudden you also not only have a haste enabler to swing right away or activate abilities right away or whatnot with tap abilities, but you can also just go, oh, okay, draw, 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 play more 3 things. Draw, 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 play more 3 things. Draw, play more 3 things. Cascade, have fun. Or on the other end, when you're playing, all of your crazy non-creature spells, Jeskai Ascendancy. Enchant for a 3 mana in Jeskai, but again, for this commander, free! Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creature control, get +1 till turn, untap them. So again, untap shenanigans can definitely happen with this. If you've got any kind of mana dorks, yeah, or like tap abilities like Garth would love to be in here as well on this. Have fun. You get to do that. On top of that, though, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. If you do discard a card, yeah, you're going to be doing that. You're going to be then looting basically throughout your deck. You're going to be discarding bad cards you don't need, good cards you get to keep, and then play for free most likely. Again, this is the type of commander that can be a Rube Goldberg machine, and I absolutely love the potential of it. And again, I think Moon Mist is probably going to skyrocket in price, because I can see this commander being popular, and players finally realizing, oh my gosh, I don't have to go through the work of airbending, waterbending, all these bendings. I can just literally just skip that, and just go, okay, tutor up Moon Mist, play it, and there we go. We flipped, and now you're going to flip the table, because it's going to be game over. But, of course, my mind also went to another version of the Morophon deck, because you know what? Why not? Why not make the weirdest deck of all time? We're literally like, okay, I've got Avatar Aang as my commander. Okay, that's already weird, number 1 in Magic. If you went back in time and showed someone that in like 30 years ago, they'd be like, what? Anyways, okay. All right, so I've got Avatar Aang. Now I'm going to play this werewolf spell to turn Avatar Aang into the best version of Avatar Aang. And then the other people go, what's a werewolf spell for flipping? What? Why? Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, and by the way, now I'm playing this Drake, okay? That is absolute garbage card back in the day, but amazing right now, because it's a 1/1 Drake with flying that costs a single blue mana, enters the battlefield, return a creature control back to its owner's hand. Like, what? This card is terrible. This card is also awful. It's in Visions. Why would you use this? Like, okay, you got a 1/1 flyer for 1. That's a downside. No, it's an upside, because I'm bouncing it back to my hand. What? Yeah, I'm literally just playing this and bouncing it. Because again, there are only so many ways to reduce the cost of a pip. There are only so many ways to do so. Again, Morophon, like I mentioned, is one. If you haven't seen my Morophon Monuments deck, make sure you check that out. It is spicy. It is fun. That being said, with Avatar Aang now, you can infinitely play Shrieking Drake once you use Moon Mist, because it's so funny to be able to do that. Like, okay, again, werewolf spell to play my Drake for free. What? Magic? It makes sense. It's magic. Don't worry. I'm going to put some boots on this now. Why not? Anyways, being able to essentially just go, okay, I play this as many times as I want. Again, infinite storm count, infinite LTBs, infinite ETBs. Rules layers out there. Yes, I know it's not technically infinite, but a trillion, whatever, okay? Being able to just go, all right, I play this as many times as I want, and then all of a sudden, Grape Shot, or whatever. You can do something like that. Or if you got like an Impact Tremors in play, or another kind of card in play, like a Perforos, that just goes, okay, you're all gone. Whatever you want to do to take out your opponents with your infinite storm count, ETB, LTB, you can do it with this really weird combination. Or really quick, just to wrap things up here. There's some other ways you can do this too, like Cavern Harpy, a weird one as well. 2/1 beast with flying for 2 mana and Dimir comes into play. Return a blue or black creature back to its owner's hand, and then you can pay 1 life to bounce back to their hand. But you don't have to do that because again, you just play it and you can bounce a blue or black creature, which this is, back to your hand. So for no cost, you can do that. Or Horn Kavu, basically is the exact same thing. Again, 2 mana, but you're never going to pay that with this commander. 3/4 Kavu enters the battlefield, bounce a red or green creature back to its owner's hand, which can be this one, which is what you're going to do. Or Hibernation Sliver. This one is a bit more limited, but again, obviously with your slivers that you can utilize, you can do some pretty crazy things again with like First Sliver, just being able to replay First Sliver again. Have fun. All slivers have pay 2 life, returning this permanent back to its owner's hand. Being able to just go, okay, I can bounce this back to my hand as many times as I need to. You pay life each time. Yes, you are limited in that way. Again, if you're at 40 life, you can do it, 19 times? So it's still quite a bit. But yeah, if you get First Sliver and you're just like, okay, First Sliver again and again and again and again and again, be able to cascade again and again and again and again and again, you're probably gonna win the game when you can do something crazy like that. But yeah, there are other ways to go about this and playing things for free. And I'm sure there are plenty of other free cards that you're gonna want to utilize with this combination. Again, at the end of the day, Moonmist is probably going to be going up in price because, well, who wants to go through all the effort of having to flip your commander over, right? Like, come on. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess most decks are probably going to be built by Avatar fans that are like, yeah, okay, waterbending, airbending, firebending, earthbending, all the things. It's fun. I don't disagree that, like, it's a cool concept, right? But, I think a cooler concept is, you know what, free tribal. And just being able to go, okay, I play my werewolf card in my free tribal deck, and your opponent's like, what does that mean? Don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. Moonmist, flip, and then all of a sudden, free, and they're like, please leave this LGS, and you're like, no! Okay, anyways, make sure you check out the card listing in the description below, and pick up Moonmist before it jumps in price. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.